Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Blue Dragon 5 here with a very special themed installment of our little debate show. Looney Tunes Debates, live. Why Looney Tunes? What's more classic Americana in the month of July than Looney Tunes? I ask you, dear viewer. So tonight's eclectic animated assortment of topics are the following. Best Space Jam moment, funniest Looney Tune, and best Looney Tunes duo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, lace up your Air Jordans, grab some Gatorade on your way down the golf hole, and be sure to take a left at Albuquerque to the arena for the showdown of the century with the reunion of the brothers Jackie from Just Giggle It. In this corner, a man of many hats, more than Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam combined. A man loonier than Nick Cage on Michael Jordan's Secret Stuff. He believes he can fly. The face behind JGI, it's Joshua Thomas!
Adolf? What are you doing out there, son? It's after midnight.
And in the opposing corner, a wascally wonderkin with potential to be the next generation's Mel Blanc. Lover of Jackie's, enemy of Henry Pringles, it's the remarkable Mark Sipka.
Hey-o!
Oh, God.
You hear that right now? Tim Sipka's proud of his boy. I'm going to tell you that right now. And with me...
The men from Wacky Land, everyone.
Wacky doodle indeed. So with me on the tribunal, my dear co-host Jacob Weil and Dickie.
I'm here too.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's always here.
I'm not.
He's here in spirit. Gentlemen, how are we today, all around?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Blue Dragon, Tiki, Jacob, Wild. Is it wild? Like it's been a while, or is it wild?
Yeah,
like we're gonna get
wild
crazy?
like it's been a while.
It's basically it's wild as in the coyote.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then it'd be Wiley.
It's just because it's wild space coyote.
Jacob, I have to be an expert on all things Looney Tunes today. You will not correct me, sir.
His first name is Wild, middle name is
Right, Jacob.
All right. Wise guy.
Debate when we are already fighting.
These guys,
Dude,
the JGI game stream, they're warmed up. They're getting warmed up.
I lost my wallet, guys. I'm hot. Let's go, Mark.
Channel that stress, Joshy boy.
All right. Before you touch gloves, let me tell you what well, first off, again, just to kind of bask in the enormity of the event. So you guys, a little known fact for the folks out there, you guys are on an improv team together, nicknamed Space Jam. All right.
That's right.
Yeah, Space Jam was super important to both Mark Sipka and myself. It was the name of our improv team that we had for many years. We had our own show at Second City Hollywood under the Space Jam banner. We had, in fact, I'm not on camera, but I have with me a Lola Bunny that a fan gave me who used to come watch all of our improv shows because we were Space Jam. And it was just great because it was like every night that we performed, it'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, Space Jam! And then we got to come out.
Did they ever play the theme song?
No, they did. We played the theme song at our actual shows. When we were like competing against other teams, though, our theme song was, what was it, DMX?
DMX up in here.
That was
Nice.
So it would be like Space Jam. Boom, boom, boom.
and then four of the least intimidating people came out to the hardest DMX song you've ever heard.
Exactly. I like that you didn't choose the four whitest people because of Alex and myself.
A lot of people think Space Jam all white. We were
only half.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So bottom line, between that and then one of my favorite sketches that we did on Just Giggle It, Adolf Hitler in Space Jam, where we shot for shot recreated the opening. I encourage anyone to check that out if you haven't.
It's great.
Is a shot for shot. You can watch it side by side with the movie. and it will play out.
I've done that. I've literally lined them up side by side when we were doing that recap. It's just like,
awesome.
I need the link to that.
We were, it's basically so like that's why I did that opening line because it's Adolf Hitler's father as Michael Jordan's father watching him play basketball.
Which is so funny.
Yeah, no, we had
that's
an
a sport.
iPad. Scott Langford, the director of that, was like, we were so sticklers. Him and Alex Poncio were both like behind the scenes, making sure that went shot for shot. So very cool stuff. Anyway,
I still remember the zoom in on the basketball hoop exactly like the intro. And I was like, they're really doing it.
Dude, and fun fact, I made that basketball like hoop because I had to make it like a Germany 1913 basketball hoop.
I definitely need the link to that video.
Oh,
I'll give you the link as soon as we're done with this. No problem.
And don't take a while, Jacob.
Oh snap! All right.
Believe it or not, I've actually had people call me Wiley before.
That's below the virtual belt, my friend.
Okay. All right. Okay. So also, I just want to welcome Josh to our neck of the woods this time around because we've been to the JGI side of things. It was one of our great kind of pleasures. Now we've kind of returned the favor, having him around our neck of the woods.
I think you're still there. You're still in.
Yeah, we are. We're still in the comfy chairs.
Let you guys out.
Yeah, we're in there. We get into that bag. It's like a nexus, so we're kind of in the Just Giggle It vault. There it has nice cushy chairs. We're still there.
I'll let you guys out at JGI at Home episode 100.
Oh, okay, I'll hold you to that. Okay.
You like the Tino, Joshy boy. Whenever they think they're out, you pull them back in.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. That's like a little refresher for the rules for those playing the home game as well as the people actually playing the real game right now. Okay. So we have three main rounds. There are three main rounds, which both players have been prepped for. You know, they know what the questions are. You know, we'll prep them beforehand. We're going to after we establish who goes first. The way it's going to go down, boys, is we're going to go back and forth between two of you. You're going to reveal what your pick was. You will then go to the opening statement. Very much, you make your case. You plead your case for why yours, kind of best answers the question. You say all the good stuff. Get anything you want to get out there, before things start getting mixed up. Then you fight out. You mix it up, and you fight to the finish. You debate the heck out of the other guy until he submits bloody murder, or until the bell rings here, which is R2. Yeah, R2D2 is always kind of the little bell around here. When you hear that noise, that means we've heard enough, and then it's time for the tribunal to decide. We vote out of the three of us. Whoever gets the most votes wins the point for the round.
Too bad we couldn't have a more thematic sound, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wish we could have somehow gotten That's All, Folks.
Well, it's not in the budget, unfortunately, and that would be on HBO's bad side, so we can't.
Star Wars has crossed over with pretty much every other IP in existence. Why not Looney Tunes?
Yeah, I mean, look at Back in Action as Star Wars references. And
I just want to throw out one other connection between Looney Tunes and Mark and myself. I actually did improv, and Mark knows him very well, a friend of ours who animated the new HBO Max Looney Tunes that is out now. David Scher. His name is David Scher. He's an amazing animator. I believe he's no longer working at Looney Tunes now. He's back to Disney, and he used to work at Disney. So he's like all over the place, but he worked on the most recent iteration of Looney Tunes. And, very cool.
Speaking of which, Eric Bauza follows me on Twitter.
Whoa. Bowser?
Yep, Eric Bauza. Bowzilla.
Bowzilla.
He's a very prominent voice actor.
He follows me on Twitter.
Very
humble brag. Humble brag.
Okay. Anyway, so at the end of 3 rounds, we then have an optional feature to our little game here called the coin. In this case, the Acme coin. Basically, at the end of 3 rounds, we pull up this little coin function here, and again, it's up to you guys. We go to both of you, and if you guys feel like risking it, you could flip the coin. Lands heads, you could get a point. Lands tails, you risk losing a point. Tails, not so good.
Got it.
And also, hidden within one of the rounds, one of the original, one of the rounds could be the main round, could be somewhere in the speed round. There is a hidden coin. There's a hidden Acme coin, which basically will go to the winner of the round. So at the end of the rounds, we're going to check in. Jacob knows where it is. I have no idea where the coin is. Like, only Jacob knows. So the point being, at any point, I'll offer it to the winner of the round once we know which round it's in. So just we'll keep on your toes, guys. Again, could be. Right. Anyway, so after
I just want to clarify one thing. There's the hidden coin, and then where was the first coin at?
Okay, the main coin's after 3 rounds. So regardless, so even if the point being, there's absolutely going to be one that's offered to both of you at the end of 3 rounds. Cool. That's fully optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. If you'd like to, you can. All right. So after the main round, we enter the speed round, which basically the object of the whole game is the first to 5 points wins. Which basically speed round. That's the way of kind of racking up the points, as you can probably guess.
Cool.
All right. Do you gentlemen understand these rules as I have explained them to you here this fine evening?
Yes, I do.
Very good. Always love some verbal confirmation.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Okay.
And with verbal confirmation.
All right, Jacob, you're taking that running gag of ours and just kind of running with it.
Okay, Tiki, cue the randomizer.
Cue the randomizer. Right, okay. Okay, so we're going to randomize the names. Whoever's name pops up first goes first. Let's do it.
It's
Mark Sipka's lucky day.
I didn't know Dan Aykroyd was in this picture.
Oh, Mark, you couldn't book a commercial, but you can go first in the debate. Wonderful.
Out.
My friend's one of the producers.
Yep. All right. Okay, main event time. Let's get things started. Round 1. Right, round numero uno, considering Michael Jordan's resurgence of late with The Last Dance on Netflix now, kids, check it out. And, of course, as we kind of went over, JGI's origin, which ties in a little bit into Space Jam. What is the best moment from the film Space Jam? Now, who has what? Mark, what do you got?
I think the best moment from Space Jam is at the end of the game when the Toon Squad is facing the Monstars. MJ from full court stretches his arm out, Stretch Armstrong style, with the entire Monstars team wrapped around his waist, and he hits the game winner to save the human race from alien slavery. I'll tell you what, that cannot be beat.
Is that all you got, Mark? Is that it? You're choosing the climax of the movie as the best moment? Yeah, duh, okay? Way to pick an easier choice, Mark. The best moment in Space Jam is the Basketball Jones montage. I'm going to rattle you off some lines here, Mark. You ready?
Okay.
Be gone! Hey. Wanna be? Be gone! Break out!
Wait, no, they're fighting each other, and their opening statements haven't even begun yet.
It's called psychological intimidation, my friend.
Yeah, after that, Joshy boy.
Whoa! I didn't interrupt you, Mark. Hush.
Yeah, hold on.
You did.
No, I didn't. I thought you were done. My bad. Keep going, Mark.
I think Josh's job was to state his case before putting down mine.
Well, when you have such a shitty choice, it's hard not to open with putting it down, Mark.
Yeah, you're right. They probably wanted me to choose something that was really boring to be my favorite part, not the climax of the movie, which some people would say was the most exciting part.
All right, guys, should we just
all right, break up the trash talk, guys. Save it for the ring. Okay, well,
Josh,
getting into that, Mark.
It's almost like Josh said.
Mark, let me. You didn't even let me finish, bro. This is a line. This is how the montage ends. Maybe we're all okay, and then Muggsy Bogues literally says, "Yeah, we're fine. It's just some psychosomatic deal or something to do with the moon or the alignment of the planet." How are you choosing a better scene in Space Jam than a scene without that line in it, Mark?
You want to know why? Because I remember that scene that I picked. I don't remember or care about what Muggsy Bogues had to say. They went, "Hey, you know what would be funny? Muggsy sort of sounds dumb. Let's give him big words to say that an NBA player might not know. That'll be funny. Love,
It
love.
was
Okay,
funny,
time
Mark,
out, guys.
and I
Time out.
laughed.
All right, time. Okay, so Mark. Now we're getting to the opening statements, guys. What you do that when we get to the fight out segment? But I appreciate the spirit's fantastic, though. I'm
Well, to
very
be fair, I
excited.
feel like they already pretty much did their opening statements.
It's like you guys said touch gloves, and we both got out knives and stabbed each other.
I just want to say for the regular debate that we do, this is the kind of spirit I'm looking for in the debates, guys. These two, I take note from these two.
Queensberry rules, guys.
All right.
All right, so let's, Dragon. I think we should just let these two go at it. Honestly,
All right, fine. It's a little outside procedure, but in the spirit, just the excitement, we're just gonna let it. Okay, guys, just fight it out. Just go nuts.
Hey, Mark, you know what my favorite part of Aladdin is? It's the heroic, epic conclusion to it. Hey, you know what my favorite part to most movies are? It's the climactic build to where there's epic music and then everything works out. Yeah, that's a real easy choice, bro. Why don't you choose something that has a little more weight to it? Like Wayne Knight.
Okay, let me just unpack this. It's almost like if Josh were to ask me, hey, Mark, who's the greatest basketball player of all time? And I said Michael Jordan, and he was like, no, that's too predictable. Why? Because it's true?
Okay, Mark, but
you might as well be sniffing a jar of farts, bro. Sniff my fart jar, Josh Thomas,
right.
because, yeah, I picked an exciting moment. Sorry I didn't pick the slow-moving moment where Muggsy Bogues is talking to his therapist.
Okay,
Yeah,
but the reason that is
for a
not
kid.
the best moment of Space Jam is that moment exists in every fucking movie, Mark. There is an epic point in every movie. So it's like, what makes Space Jam great? Oh, the part that's similar to other films? No! Like a very basketball-oriented montage. A very funny thing. How did the Monstars get their powers? I want to know. I want to see what happens.
Riddle me this, dog. Have you ever really seen anybody be able to stretch their entire body the full length of a basketball court? If so, I think Space Jam will get sued for plagiarism. Also, Space Jam in one scene sums up the 90s just like this. Check it out. Michael Jordan, he's playing with the Looney Tunes. The Looney Tunes are using all of their cartoon powers to defeat the Monstars. Oh, but Michael Jordan's just using his skills, which you'd think would be good enough. Not until the end when he also becomes one of the Tunes in the Toon Squad.
You know what? Maybe if you would have led up to like, oh, they're down a player. All right, what are we gonna do? Dun, 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 and then Bill Murray goes up, and then you lead into the close. That's a moment, Mark. But when you're just like Michael Jordan, stretched out arms, slam dunk, who cares, bro? I'll play you a clip right now that's better than that moment. Here we go.
Let's get out of here, Dad. This stinks. Don't bring me here anymore, right? Don't bring me here anymore, right? Are you listening?
That's what I feel right now, Mark. I don't even want to be in this conversation. Don't bring me anymore, right?
What I heard sounded like a buzzsaw, which is also very similar to how your voice sounds to me right now. Just noise.
Mark, you're so predictable, bro. You're a cookie cutter classic.
Oh, yeah? You know what people love? They love cookies. So
I never said you were cookies, Mark. I said you were the cutter.
Yeah, when you can't have cookies unless somebody's cutting them, then you just got sloppy dough everywhere.
All right.
Is this even about Space Jam anymore?
No.
See, this is what Josh did. This is what Josh did, okay? He knew what the best moment was. He probably even knew what I was going to choose. But he had to go deep cut. He had to go inside baseball, if you will, and choose one that he knows is not truly his favorite scene, just so he didn't feel predictable. But you know what? I'm not a sellout just because I'm choosing what I think is the coolest part of the movie.
Yeah, you know who does deep cuts, Mark? Fans. So as a fan of Space Jam, yeah, I chose a deep cut. I didn't be like, oh, what's the one thing I remember from a movie I watched a couple times as a kid? Oh, the part where Michael Jordan stretches out his arm, and then I was taken to McDonald's and got a little toy in my Happy Meal. I don't care about it, Mark. I'm done. You're wrong.
Are you on record telling me you don't care about Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the star from North Carolina, the greatest basketball player of all time, more rings than can fit one hand, count them up, 6, baby, could have been more, is making a film in which he stretches his body out, which I do believe he could have done his own stunt and it wasn't necessary for the CGI to be used. Probably physically, because he's such a perfect specimen of an athlete, he could have physically done that himself. But he humbled himself for God.
Hold on, Mark. Hold on. I'm taking your words out of my mouth. I never said that. Michael Jordan's amazing. I'm saying that's not the best moment in the movie. Catch up, brother.
Hey, why don't you chickadee check on this for a bit, sir? You're telling me that your favorite part in the movie about Michael Jordan's real life is a scene that doesn't even have Michael Jordan in it?
First of all, I'm pretty sure in 2020, chickadee check is racist. Secondly, I never said that. What?
You chickadee check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Okay. This is what happens when we comedy professionals in the room. I think we got it.
And I don't mean it racially. I mean it personally.
If you didn't mean it racially, you should have just said check. You shouldn't have to say chickadee.
Yeah, well, I added it on there for some extra butter on my corn.
All right.
All right. You had to mention cornbread.
That's wiggity wiggity whack.
Okay. Getting 2 90s in here, guys, even for me. That's saying something. Okay.
That's wiggity wiggity whack, yo.
All right, time to deliberate. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to take the first vote here. I'm going to vote Mark.
Thank you.
Wow, bullshit.
You know, he didn't even hesitate, really.
I know, that's where the bullshit came in.
Guys, it's very even. I'm putting the sweat on the next guy. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to alleviate because I don't want to have to explain within these 2 fantastic arguments, these 2 hysterical arguments, who was better. But I'm leaning towards Mark because Mark called out Josh's strategy very, very, very impressively. I don't know. Okay, Jacob, where are you leaning?
I'm actually kind of leaning towards Mark.
Okay, wow.
I was just starting to like you, Jacob.
Hey.
And now I don't.
Hey, I can still vote for you next time.
I live in the present, bro.
Okay, Tiki,
well, the future will be the president in just a few minutes.
Whoa!
All right.
Okay, all right, okay, Tiki, not that it's going to save old Joshy boy, but how do you feel? How do you feel in this room?
I mean, Joshua Thomas definitely had the bravado going for him, but like in terms of the sheer arguments, I think Mark kind of brought it because I really like he had such a good teardown for pretty much every argument that Josh had for his scene. And yeah, sometimes you do choose the predictable scene, absolutely, but there's a reason. I mean, come on, this is an iconic image from the movie. I mean, and not only that, but I don't necessarily think
Tiki,
it's
you're
like
talking about the one on the right, right?
I'm just the one
all
on the
three
right.
of them hit their heads in about 2 seconds, and that is very iconic.
He's talking about the one that looks like it could be a poster or possibly artwork in a museum forever.
I like this bonus round that started.
Are you in the thumbnail?
Okay. All right, so we have some questions. We have some comments. I'm going to direct them at our players here. It's from good old Claude Coringa. Boy, Claudie. Are you guys excited for Space Jam 2? Gentlemen?
Mark, you go first because you won the randomizer.
Space Jam 2? Space Jam 2 is the Diet Coke of movies. It's completely unnecessary. LeBron James is the Diet Coke of basketball. He's just not the real thing. He's not Coca Classic. And that's Michael Jeffrey Jordan, who's undeniable. And for LeBron James to star in a movie that's called Space Jam 2 is absolutely sad.
Here's what's going to happen. Space Jam 2 is going to come out. and they're going to recreate the iconic scene that Mark called his favorite scene, and he's going to become a hypocrite because he's going to hate it. And he's going to realize that the epic scene comes in every movie.
All right.
You're breaking up for good reason, Mark.
Kind of. You are kind of breaking up.
I am. How about, am I very clear now?
Ooh, no, not really.
Josh broke the sound barrier with that one.
No.
Wait.
How about now?
You're good
Yeah,
now.
we're good. We're good.
I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good?
could
And
you
it's-
see us?
it's-
Yeah.
And it's technically
Okay.
called Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Yes.
Okay.
We now know it's the name.
So,
Look, let me ask you this.
like I was saying, Josh is forgetting a very important factor. LeBron James may recreate that scene shot for shot, but he's not Michael Jordan, so it's going to suck. Plus, he'll probably just shoot a layup or something. It's not going to be
I
nearly
wish
as
they
good.
were voting on this debate. All right, next question.
Okay. Could you see us like a Space Jam TV series?
No, I think they're just milking it. They're milking this cow dry.
No. Yeah, and they realize that the reason for Space Jam 2 is to capitalize on all the kids who are adults now. So it's just like any other like cash grab from the kids 90s now who are adults.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Jacob, any coin?
Let me check here. Let's see. Just dust off some of the old blueprints here. Look, something fell out. It's an old arcade token. So no.
That's not it. Sorry, folks. It's a Zoink one there for you. You know, he's the old, kind of the Wayne Brady of it all. It's a Zonk. No go.
It says Acme Arcade on it though.
Close, but no cigar. Okay. Round numero dos. Okay. So given we have some experts in the field of comedy before us, I think they'd know best. Who is the funniest Looney Tune?
Wait, the wrong one. It's supposed to be.
I know. I switched it.
He's got it.
Sorry, I think my video's a bit delayed.
Okay, Mark, what do you got?
I'm first.
Yes, you are, sir. What do you got?
I believe that the funniest Looney Tune is Wile E. Coyote.
All right, Wile E. Coyote. Okay, Joshy boy, what do you got?
Oh, we're just stating it. We don't need to
Yeah,
say
you're stating it
Yeah,
first, then you do an
exactly.
opening statement, then basically you go
All right. For all the audio-only listeners out there, my favorite Looney Tune, or who I think is the funniest Looney Tune, and I will preface this, I know I talk a lot with these answers, but Daffy and Bugs, it was hard to go back. I even had Elmer in there a little bit, but Bugs is the best.
All right. Okay, Mark, opening statement. Plead your case for why Wile E. Coyote is the funniest Looney Tune.
Wile E. Coyote Genius is his full name, and genius he is. He is absolutely amazing because his only motivation for every single short that he's in is I'm trying to kill you, and I just respect that. He has access to pianos, anvils, rockets, crossbows, dynamite, catapults, all in the middle of the desert. Where does he get them? I don't even care. He has superhuman strength to move boulders. Also, he never dies. Is he immortal? I don't know. He has so many blows to the head. I've only actually ever seen him speak when he was trying to kill Bugs Bunny and eat him. But he doesn't even need to use his words. Sometimes he just holds up a sign and looks to camera with the sad face. He's been flattened into an accordion so many times, and somehow his body is able to make music. I have no clue how this works. I don't know why he hates the Roadrunner so much and wants to kill him. Maybe it's just because the Roadrunner is just so hard to kill. It doesn't matter. It's just funny.
Okay, Josh, opening statement.
You know, call me Mark Sipka, but I'm going with the obvious choice here. Bugs Bunny is the standout. He is the leader. He is the mascot of Looney Tunes. Hell, he's the mascot of Warner Brothers. aside from Batman. But I will say the reason let me get some clarification really quickly from the judges. What is the actual question here? Who's the best Looney Tune or the funniest?
Funniest. Who is the funniest Looney Tune?
Great. It didn't even matter what question or what answer you gave me because they're both the same. It's Bugs Bunny for both because he's the best and the funniest because he's the most prominently done, which means he's given the most attention by the writers. And as a creator, I can tell you that whoever the main characters are, if they don't have to just push the story along and they can actually be a character, you are going to give them the best material if you can. Yeah, granted, you'll have some side characters that every time they walk on, they kill you with a laugh, but that's all their purpose is. That's all they do. And how many times are they actually making you laugh? If you count them up, it's nowhere near as much as your main guy, who Bugs is. And especially if we go back to Space Jam, he carries that film. Michael's not funny. Wayne Knight kills it. Bill Murray and Bugs Bunny and Daffy are the standout comics through the whole thing. Kissing Michael Jordan and then having an arc with Lola. You go through history. All his stuff with Elmer Fudd, all his stuff with Daffy, he builds relationships with different Looney Tunes. He plays any role he's given expertly. You throw him in Tiny Toons as the headmaster. He's killing it. He's Bugs freaking Bunny. Mark, you picked a character that doesn't even talk.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
boys, fight it out.
What comedy geniuses in the past have gotten
Charlie
laughed
Chaplin.
without
I
talking?
already knew that you were going to go there.
Charlie
Just go to
Chaplin?
another one.
Is his name Charlie Chaplin? Huh. That's so strange. Wait, is there a guy named Buster Keaton? What's his name?
Hold on. I'm going to pause you right there, Mark. Tiki or Jacob, name me one Buster Keaton film right now. Go.
Safety
Exactly.
last.
Yeah, fair enough.
I said safety
I got
last.
nothing.
Safety last?
Yeah.
So you guys, if you see what Josh is trying to do, he's trying to compare being popular to being funny, which are two different things. I'll give you the fact that Bugs Bunny is very popular, but being popular doesn't mean that you're the funniest.
Hold on. I just want to point out that Safety Last doesn't star Buster Keaton, so you're wrong, bro.
It's actually
Well-
Charlie. It's Charlie Chaplin. You said Charlie Chaplin or
No,
Buster
I
Keaton.
said Buster Keaton. So
Oh.
my point exactly, Mark. Go on.
Well, here, Josh.
Thank
I
God
would-
for Google all the way. Can we give a point to them?
Doesn't look like you can name it either.
what
I
was going to
can't.
say-
That's exactly my point.
Josh must think that in order to be funny, thou must be popular. And for that, I say that's simply untrue. Also, he was claiming that Bugs Bunny is popular because he's given the most lines, spotlight, and screen time. But I would say many supporting characters in many movies end up getting way more laughs than the main character often.
Typically, yes, but in the case of this example where we're talking about the Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny has plenty of laughs, Mark. Plenty
Well, I'd
of
say
laughs.
Wile E. Coyote does too. He actually doesn't even oftentimes appear with Bugs Bunny. He has his own series with the Roadrunner.
This
because
is
he
where
was
I'm
so
going
funny.
to destroy you, Mark. Are you ready?
Oh, God.
Feed me.
We are not. We are laughing with Bugs Bunny. We are laughing at Wile E. Coyote.
Laughter sounds the same either
Oh,
way.
get out of here, Mark. Get
You
out of
open your mouth and noise
Get out
comes
of
out.
here.
And guess what?
And
Wile E.
noise comes
Coyote-
out. Do you not get that statement? We're laughing with Bugs because he's actually making jokes. We're laughing to the tragedy that befalls Wile E. Coyote. It's not him. It's the situation that we're laughing at, Mark. It's the chaos. It's the crash. It's the accident. We laugh actually at what Bugs says and does. We don't laugh at what Wile E. Coyote does. We laugh at what happens to him.
Oh, so people who do pratfalls like Chevy
No, I'm
Chase
talking
from
about like
SNL?
people who laugh at people who are less than. You're punching down, Mark. Shame on you. You're a comic.
Oh, well, I wish I could reach up for air and reach whatever ecosystem that you're living in, my friend, because clearly I'm down here in the nether regions and I don't belong with a high class of human like you do. Also, I want to correct you, and I expected more from you, my friend, that you claim that Bugs Bunny is what, like the mascot of Warner Brothers? I believe that man's name is Michigan E. Frog. Why? Want to know why? Because I'm from Michigan, and he's the one who goes dubba 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 WB. I'm surprised he didn't know that.
Let me just rephrase what Mark said so everyone can understand. Hey, you know who's the Warner Brothers mascot? The one that I identify with from where I grew up.
I'm saying his name is Michigan, which I think is very wonderful. And also, I'm correcting you because you are incorrect, sir. And your theory about Bugs Bunny being just popular, therefore funnier, is sad. Because how many kids that you went to school with that were popular would you say, oh, they're so funny because everybody knows them?
All right, Mark. You and I were on, Mark, you love game shows, right? So let me give you a game show analogy. If you and I were head to head going up with Steve Harvey on the host chair, and we're on Family Feud, and they say, who's the Warner Brothers mascot? We polled 100 people, top 4 answers on the board, and you put in Michigan E. Frog, and I put in Bugs Bunny. Who do you think is walking away with the points?
It's Michigan J. Frog.
So
Jake,
you're saying
the judges aren't talking yet, sir.
so Josh, you're saying that because the American people are stupid and would put the wrong answer of Bugs Bunny, that my answer, which is correct, is therefore wrong? That's sort of like saying, you know how recently people have studied that a lot of people believe that the 90s movie Kazam starred Sinbad, when in fact it actually starred Shaquille O'Neal. For some reason.
Mandela effect theories, Mark? What? Get out of here. Oh, yeah, and the Berenstain Bears were spelled differently, too. All right, let's get back on topic, Mark. This is how much material he has on Wile E. Coyote that he has to deviate every time he talks.
Hey, chickadee check on this snap. I got you. Wile E. Coyote.
All right. Okay, guys, I think we got it. I think we got it.
Wile E. Coyote is the AC/DC of the Looney Tunes. Each thing he puts out is pretty much the same, but you know it's Wile E. Coyote because he's got a clear voice and a clear style. He's put out hit after hit after hit. He's got a clear sound that the moment it starts playing, you know it's him, and nobody can do it like he can. He's consistent and untouchable. Bugs Bunny, you know what? I'll give him this. He's the Beatles. He may be more popular. He may have sold more records and all of that. And maybe more people have heard their songs. But guess what? At the end of the day, they ain't around anymore. You know who is? AC frickin' DC, baby. Putting out albums every single second.
Mark's already dug his own hole. Nothing further, Your Honor.
We got it. Okay.
No. I think Josh should get a final thought.
All right, fine. One more statement from old Josh.
Okay, so my statement to what Mark just said is that you just rambled. I don't know what you said. It was ridiculous and bullshit. So nothing further, Your Honor.
Yeah, that'll hold up in court.
Okay. Well, let's find out. Okay, Tiki, where are you leaning?
Okay, this is a tricky one. I think you guys both made really good points. If I'm letting my bias get in the way, I would definitely say that I'm in the camp that thinks, like, honestly, like Bugs Bunny, to me, like when I was watching Looney Tunes as a kid, I would always kind of get annoyed when Bugs Bunny came on. Not that he wasn't a good character, just because I did kind of want to see all the other side characters. And to me, the side characters did kind of outclass him. However, that being said, I do think that Josh's argument about we're laughing at what Bugs Bunny is doing and we're laughing at what's happening to Wile E. Coyote, that was a strong argument. So I'm kind of undecided here, guys. Go back to me for a tiebreaker.
Oh, you chicken. All right. All right, fine. Jacob, where are you leaning?
I mean, I'm not going to debilitate too long. I'm going with Josh on this one.
My man, Jacob, I always loved you.
Okay, Tiki, I'm going to go back to you just to spite you, Tiki. Where are you leaning?
All right, fine. I'll go Josh.
Oh,
right.
sure. Everybody's doing it.
Well, Mark, I hate to clip your wings, buddy, but I also was going to vote Josh Thomas. So
It was
Thank
close,
you.
though. It was really close. I thought both of
seriously,
you. had-
let me say this. So far, this is the best debate we've ever had ever. So far, this has been fantastic. And you guys, seriously, in regards of seeing you two and like imagining you two in the ring right now, it's basically. You guys, like, not neither of you have gone down, have taken like a hit that would bring you down. Like, there's no counting, guys. You've been on fire. You've been like, it's like, engine of comedy, an engine of excellent points on Looney Tunes. I'm digging it. So
I appreciate
Well,
that.
right now it's tie up.
And I have to preface and say that I'm a bigger Disney fan than I ever was a Looney Tune fan, and this is still what I'm throwing out there. Mark,
And I want you to know, I'm not a Disney fan. I'm a Looney.
sad.
I mean, I like both. I like both.
Oh God, Mark, you're kind of breaking up again, buddy.
How about now?
Hey, man.
Can you hear me now? Very clear.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Now you're good.
Okay.
I'm pretty expertise on both of them, actually.
No, and that's kind of based what I'm saying. All jokes aside, is that my expertise is not like I've watched Looney Tunes growing up. I watched a ton of Tiny Toons, especially in Animaniacs. But like I mean, I have a lot more knowledge on Disney. So it's just I know you guys do those Disney debates.
Yep.
I just want the audience to like mouth water, like, ooh, what would that be like?
I mean, I wouldn't mind going up against you in a Disney debate.
I'd kill you, brother. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you guys smell through the microphones, but that smells like an excuse to me. I don't know, the Disney thing, it smells like, he's sort of stepping outside of the ring, isn't he?
I'm just trying to eat some humble pie because I just won the round, Mark.
Yeah, you can eat some humble pie. It's in the toilet when you get home.
Okay.
All right, let's just move on let's move on to the next round, shall we?
Jacob,
Excuse me, Jacob.
Oh wait, yes. I need to look for the coin. I know. Let's see. I'm gonna open this little drawer here. Like, oh, look at that! It's an 1898 rare Canadian quarter, and underneath that is the coin.
Hey! All right. Which means, Joshy, how you feeling about it? You want to flip it? You want to risk the point? You want to risk gaining a point? You want to?
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood. So this isn't for an extra point. This could be for double or nothing.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. Oh, wow. No. I'm not going to risk it.
Okay. Joshua Thomas backs away from the coin. All right. And
Okay.
there goes the coin.
Can't
All right.
Double or nothing.
And playing towards strategy. I admire that. Okay. All right. That brings us.
Just be glad we're not doing the wager.
Yeah. We gotta. So we gotta iron out the
God.
bugs on that one. Anyway, so round number 3. Big round, big dramatic number 3. Okay, round 3. In honor of the famous pairing of Joshua Thomas and Mark Sipka on JGI, of course, prime examples being Jackie and my two brothers Jackie, if you want to mix them together. What is the best comedy pairing of Looney Tunes? This could be antagonistic or otherwise, just for the folks at home know kind of like what we were looking for here. I mean, I'll give you an example of ones that didn't get used, like a Sylvester and Tweety, or like a Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. Like just as an example, like it could have been like more like a buddy, or it could have been like survival of the fittest sort of comedy. Okay, so let's see who has what. Mark, you got.
I believe Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner are the perfect duo. Again, they are the backbone of what Looney Tunes is all about. I'm trying to kill you. That's the plot. They were teaching us at a very young age as children, let's watch these two animals try to murder. And you know what? We grew up okay. I absolutely love this. Again, it is for the most part silent comedy, I think, at its animated best. It is terrific. I think the physicality of these characters is hilarious. I love that Roadrunner literally just says beep beep and that's it. I love every moment, all the creative ways that Wile E. Coyote tries to kill Roadrunner and all the million different ways that it doesn't work out. One of my favorites is when he's on a rocket. He's got the fork and knife ready to go, and his head runs into the top of a tunnel. and I'm watching these over and over again. And I'll tell you what, Wile E. Coyote, he was pretty confident with the fork and knife out, even though the Roadrunner was still alive. He was planning.
Shit. And there goes Mark's audio again. What are you doing, Mark? Come on. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know why this is happening, Mark. I'm so sorry.
I don't know if it's the internet connection or the microphone.
Well, now you're back.
Now you're back. Now you're back. Yeah.
Where did you lose me?
Like you heard the knife. There's
Yeah, the knife and fork.
It really doesn't matter, Mark. You're just repeating your points from the last round. So
Wait your turn.
Well, you don't make your favorites, Mark. So you give an example, and anything else you want to get in there about overall, because basically we're kind of counting this also as your opening statement. Just FYI.
Yeah.
I think I'll leave the floor open for Josh to I don't know, to pick these two guys. Who is that, Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny? I've never heard of them except on every commercial.
hey guys, I think you might want to check the stream because we're hearing the same thing we heard 10 minutes ago. But if I can just give my answer, yes, Mark, you did say it. Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Answer completed. Now I'll wait for them to ask me for my opening statements like a good player.
He's going to be a good player.
Hey, FYI, how's my audio been, guys?
Oh, it's been pretty good.
been crystal clear, buddy. It's been
crystal clear, but the worst part is we can hear your voice.
Oh, Josh, your opening statement, please.
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you for asking, judges. I appreciate that. Okay, well, let me go ahead and give you my opening statement since you requested it so kindly. Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck are the best pairing in Looney Tunes. There's many great pairings in Looney Tunes. And like I said in my previous statement, to differentiate from this one, Bugs could have relationships with so many people, and he did. He had such an iconic relationship with Elmer Fudd, Yosemite Sam, with Porky Pig. He even interacts with Wile E. Coyote. Mark said that's probably the only time Wile E. even talked. But the most iconic pairing are the two icons, the yin and the yang of Warner Brothers. It's Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Daffy was almost my choice as the funniest because he is kind of what Mark was saying about all the secondary characters. Every time Daffy comes in, it's a joke. But it's usually at his expense, and he can be also used as the antagonist. So that's why I didn't choose him. He didn't all around do it for me. But when he's paired with Bugs, it's just this beautiful relationship of sometimes they're going against each other, doing the I'm trying to one up you. I'm trying to be the better person at this job, this gig that we're doing. I'll go back to Space Jam. One of the best scenes in Space Jam is Bugs and Daffy going to get Michael Jordan's shorts in his house. And it just has the best banter. Hey, do you get any of that money from all those lunch boxes and toys? Nah. We need to get better agents. We're getting screwed. Those lines, those fourth wall meta jokes, only the pairing of Daffy and Bugs can do. They also do it in Back in Action with Brendan Fraser. They have so many great moments, so many great cartoons where they're going at it. If you can think of those two, you're probably smiling. And when you think of Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, you're probably thinking, man, Mark, choose something else.
Just a random person on the street man, Mark would like to think of something else.
Josh, I'm shipping you an Acme truck's worth of my feces. I promise you. It will be dumped on your car. I mean, I am boxing it up as we speak. That's right. I've been doing this whole thing from the toilet, trying to flush out the sound of that noise that Josh calls a mouth. Is that thing is a noise machine.
And with that, we're so.
And if I can retort your point, Mark, you had nothing to say in defense of the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote that you just had to belittle me and make a joke.
Well, it was the first things first. It was most important that I cut your legs out.
No.
underneath
You're
you
done,
before I
Mark.
punch you.
Let me keep talking now. Because what I'm going to do is go to your condo and I'm going to paint a piece of shit in your bathroom. And then it's going to turn real the way Wile E. Coyote does a door. Okay?
Well, why don't you just take it one step further and paint a self-portrait? Because that'd be much more offensive.
Are you saying that a self-portrait of me is more offensive than a portrait of a piece of shit, Mark? Is that what you just said? Are you calling a painting of Joshua Thomas more offensive than a painting portrait of feces of people matter?
Hey, you better know it ain't just a threat, buddy. Okay? I don't need to explain comedy to you, do I?
Why don't you talk about Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner and why they're the best pair, Mark?
Want to know why?
Because you can't.
Oh, I can't because I have noise, and that noise is you. And I'll tell you what, these two, they are the Rudy. They are the Rudy of the Looney Tunes. They don't get enough chances to get in the game, but they got more heart than anybody on the team, and that includes Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Yeah, they have to have their own series while Daffy and Bugs get to go around and do whatever they want because they're the popular kids in school. But I'll tell you what, Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, they each have their lane. They know it. They do it better than anybody else, and they stick to it. They are so consistent. They don't need to succumb to any other gimmicks. They don't need to succumb to speaking in order to get laughs.
I just have to point out that every point you make in this round and in the second round takes away from all the points you made in the first round, Mark.
I don't think you're one of the judges, so put down that gavel, Judge Judy.
I'm trying to just make a point to the judges. That's what a good attorney does, Mark.
You know what?
And I'm defending Bugs and Daffy. You better believe it, sir.
When explain, okay?
Oh no, Mark, you're breaking up again. No.
Oh, I'm breaking up. I'm breaking up with you, friend. Because you know what? We're no pear. We're not even a peach. You stink.
I hate peaches, bro.
I love them. They're juicy.
I'm a mango boy. Can we debate fruit next? Because I'll do it all day, Mark.
No, thanks. No, that debate is not ripe for the picking. Okay?
Diggity check this, Mark. You're wrong.
You don't get to use it. That's my phrase.
All right, guys, a little bit more focus on the duos.
Okay.
He has nothing, Tiki. Aren't you getting it? That's my argument.
No, if I'm just going to have to keep explaining, I'm happy to do that.
You're going to keep explaining the same point. We get it. Silent element. We're laughing at them. Beep, beep. What else you got?
They are in the middle of the desert every single
So
time.
sand is funny? Now sand is funny, Mark? That's what you're saying? They're in the middle of the desert?
I guess polite Josh is gone now because Josh is here. And he's not going
Bro,
anywhere.
have you ever been to one? Have you ever watched one? Do you vote, Mark?
What? We're supposed to keep it on the pairing. This isn't about voting. If that were the case, I would vote you right out of this. These guys, they have such a simpler way of doing things. And sometimes the simple way is just funnier. I don't care whose expense it's at. If it's at Wile E. Coyote's the whole time, if he's the fall guy, he plays the fall guy better than anybody else.
You know what? I'm going to give you this, Mark. Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner are a deep cut.
They cut deep. And you know what? They have their own series.
Deep cut.
They have their own series. They don't even need guests. They need no other supporting characters. If Bugs and Daffy were so interesting, why do they have to bring in so many other characters and throw them into so many other worlds? Sounds like they need a lot of help. If the burger tasted good, why are you throwing so much extra crap on it if the meat was good enough? And I'll tell you what, Wile E. and Roadrunner, the meat is good enough. It's 100% Angus beef. It's beautiful. It needs no toppings, man.
You know what? I don't need to watch a cartoon made by guys who just took mushrooms and watched a bunch of Tom and Jerry. Okay, bro? It's all the same cat and mouse bullshit. I've seen it. 1,000 times. Bugs and Daffy have banter. Bugs and Daffy are antagonistic. Bugs and Daffy can work together. Bugs and Daffy can lead on the team. Bugs and Daffy can do whatever they want Bugs and Daffy to do because they're versatile. And Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner are one-trick ponies, just like you, Mark.
Right.
That's not fair. You put the beep in there for dramatic effect, and that's a bunch of crap.
You're lucky I didn't end it on 10.
You know what? People love ponies, and the trick that they do blows
Did you not hear
mine.
everything, too, Mark? Are you deaf as well as your mic not working? What's going on?
I don't respect R2-D2, okay? I'm not going to bow down to some droid. I'm about to C3P all over you, you douche.
Mark, I'm just going to warn you, you're kind of dangerously close to some droid cancel culture right now, my friend. I'm just going to warn you right now.
I can't lose them. They're one of my best audiences.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
All right.
Automated votes.
Okay, judges. Jacob.
Okay, I guess I should. Well, for what little they actually talked about their duos, I would technically say that Josh actually defended his point and talked about his characters a lot more. So my vote's for Josh.
Jacob, I've always
Right.
loved you. My favorite.
Yeah.
one. And
Oh.
I just want to.
Hooray for fair weather! Hooray for fair weather fans.
Okay, Tiki.
Yeah, this was a very unconventional round for sure, and I'm not quite sure how to judge it. But where I'm coming down on it is I feel like Josh's strategy of kind of just like browbeating Mark until he just couldn't talk. I didn't really respect that. I didn't really find it very sportsmanlike. I kind of felt like Josh was like deliberately like trying to mess Mark up in terms of like, you know, like not in terms of arguing his points, but more in terms of like, no, before you even get a chance to make a point, I'm going to like just browbeat it out of you. So because of that, and because there's some points that you made, like first of all, I don't consider Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner to be a deep cut. If you wanted to do like, I don't know, like maybe Foghorn Leghorn and the chicken guy, then that would be a deep cut.
Or
sure.
Mark Anthony and Kitty. There's a really deep cut for it. You know,
Yeah,
the dog and
right.
the kitten,
But Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner really aren't a deep cut at all. And I do think I thought that Mark's argument about like the burger argument was great because honestly, I really was sold on the whole idea of like, yeah, you know, Bugs and Daffy are in like a million different situations and they have to be thrown around and shuffled with a million different characters, whereas Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote are just kind of like on their own, and I don't know, I do kind of see their sketches as kind of like, now that you mention it, yeah, it is a little bit of Tom and Jerry on acid, sure, but you know what?
It's specifically created to be like basically like a parody of Tom and Jerry, basically.
Right. And acid is fun, so I'm gonna sign off on. I'm gonna give the point to Sipka and make Dragon choose.
All right, okay, boys. This was a little nutty, but a little loony, let's say. But it was quite entertaining. Here's the thing: on entertainment factor, I think I'm really torn here because I feel Josh he was kind of cutthroat with his points, man, but he made it those points. Darn it! Where Sipka had me laughing. Really, I think Sipka's comedy was really winning me over on this one. But I mean, Tiki's making some good points towards the end there. Sipka, he really did rebound with the burger point, and he rebounded with the burger point, and and also like the fact that again, like Bugs and Daffy, when we really boil them down, they're kind of like there's kind of a three-part for me: Bugs, Daffy, and reacting to somebody else. But then again, Josh did make the Space Jam point. That kind of wins me over a little bit. Where Josh made that point about the short scene, where even though you take them out of the equation with other characters, they still had some banter. Still, the one-upsmanship there. They had a little bit of that back in action quality. A little bit of that. I got to tell you, by a narrow margin, well, it was really close. I'm going with Joshy Boy. I'm going with Josh Thomas.
Blue Dragon 5, my favorite on the channel. I've always said that.
Joshy boy, don't enjoy this too long. You know, he just sort of picked you because you're like a McDonald's. You're convenient. You know, your McDonald's is very similar to to Bugs and Daffy. You know, it may be the most popular burger, but is it really the best? I don't know what? That's the point.
I just want to bring back a Space Jam line because I did recently watch it in preparation for this interview rather than just recall what I remember as a child like you, Mark. But there was a scene where Wayne Knight's picking up Michael and he just rattles off like all of his endorsements. And he's like, hey, Mike, put on your Hanes and grab your Wheaties, get a Gatorade, and we're going to pick up a Big Mac. Hey, let's go.
Literally what I used as the model for the opening.
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't even recall that. That's
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I caught that.
Yeah. All right. Actually, I had to take the Big Mac thing out. That's probably why. Anyway, okay, so. All right. That brings us to the end of the main round. Right now, the score is Josh 2, Mark 1, and we go to the Acme coin. So, guys, I'm offering it to both of you. You both have the option to flip it if you'd like.
Well, fortunately, Mark gets to decide first because he won the randomizer. So, Mark.
Yes.
Flip the thing.
All right.
Okay, let's see what's going to less than
Shaka.
Marky
As Corey Olenek would say, shaka, shaka.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Tough break. Tough break.
All right, so now it's 2-0 to Joshua Thomas.
I think I will not flip. I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Playing it safe, because that's what life's about.
Well, right now, especially.
All right, well, now, boys, we enter the speed round. So the way the speed round works, just so you both know, the way the speed round works is quite simple. You know, whoever speaks first goes first with their pick. So, you know, it's basically we'll read out the question and you'll have a pick unless it's maybe an unconventional question. It's a 30-second, 15-second rebuttal. So basically, you'll both get 30 seconds on the clock. And then it'll go to the other guy with his 30 seconds. Then go to you. It goes to the original guy for the rebuttal, 15 seconds, and vice versa. So 30
And these
seconds.
are all new questions?
These are all new questions. These are questions you guys do not know about.
Cool.
and then another thing is, you guys aren't allowed to talk over each other on these.
I'm gonna make that a rule, guys. Like, seriously, like, don't talk over each other, or else I'm gonna disqualify you. Because, like, the speed round has to work like that. The speed round has to be taken in turns, or else it's just
Speed round is sacred, so to speak. It's a sacred, you know.
Speaking, I'm up 2-0. You don't got to worry about me cheating.
The speed.
I'm picturing Josh like a little halo right now. It's just one anyway.
I don't like him.
The speed round king has spoken.
Okay, so also to the audience out there, like Claudie. So again, remember the audience, they may call certain rounds, might kind of defer to the audience to call the rounds. Also, the audience may suggest questions that may or may not be used. Probably going to be used. I'm just going to say that now. Probably are going to be used.
Basically, we could just use all of Claude's questions.
We could, but we got to time it just right. That's right. And also, Jacob and I will be switching off for the speed round questions of who's asking them. So, Jacob, would you like to go first?
Sure.
Okay. And with that, speed round.
Should I do like the ones in order that you sent me?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, take your pick. I mean, I know where they are, so we'll go back and forth on. Anyways, take your pick. Do your thing.
All right. Actually, I think we'll go with the first one you sent me. In honor of our special guests and his exploits, which Looney Tune would you guys think would make the best improv partner?
Ooh.
I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mark, you're first, but I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't want to get.
Well, no. I was saying you guys don't have to go in the order. Whoever speaks in this round, whoever speaks first, gets to go first.
Oh,
so
my bad. Okay, got it.
So this one is just it's whoever. It's a free for all in regards to picking.
First come, first serve, basically.
Please, Marky, you spoke first, my friend.
I think Foghorn Leghorn, just because of his yes and way of life, where he's like, I said, I do, I said, that's more like it. You know, he would just never deny your choices.
Okay, Josh. Whenever like a thought pops in there.
Yeah, I got to go back to Bugs, man. He played so many characters. He can like turn into anything you need. He has been even criticized for being very controversial in the early days.
All right, guys, opening statements are in the opening statements. All right.
Well, there's no opening statement, Steve. It's just you say your pick, and then when the clock starts,
timers. That's why I was confused.
No, I'm just saying, like we don't want to burn too much of your argument before the timer starts.
Got it.
Yeah.
Sure.
30 seconds.
They got it. They're good.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so Sipka, you went first. So as soon as you start talking, I'll start the timer for 30 seconds for your opening statement.
And be sure to stop exactly at 30 seconds.
And R2 is kind of like the echoes, like in case maybe you don't realize because you're being wrapped up in it. Hopefully it'll be kind of like a little like smelling salt, as it were.
What if I just use the entire argument for my answer just now?
Well, I mean, use the time as you see fit, Mark. Just within the 30 seconds in your 15-second rebuttal. Use it as you see fit. Just we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Time starts whenever you start talking.
Oh, okay. So I believe that Foghorn Leghorn would be the best person to improvise with because you need a character that will yes and not deny your choices. So many times in improv, when you come out and make a bold choice, somebody will say something like, "Oh no, I'm not your dad. Oh no, that's not who I am." But Foghorn Leghorn would totally be down because most of the time. Right.
Oh God! All right, Josh, Mark, you kind of cut out there, so I'm going to give you an extra 10 seconds. All right.
Wow.
You mentioned making the bold choice. You mentioned that last thing we heard was.
Wow.
Well, I'm just saying, technically, we couldn't hear him through any of that. So.
And I'm just saying, wow.
All right.
Guys,
Right,
it was
okay.
pretty much just another Foghorn Leghorn impression.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Okay.
Great. So basically, Mark is saying he's losing this round, and I'll tell you why. Foghorn Leghorn would be the worst improv partner because all he does is deny. When you think of Foghorn Leghorn, you think of him saying, say, boy, I say, because he's correcting you, which is the worst person to have opposite you on an improv stage. Bugs Bunny, he's versatile. He can do whatever. You say, hey, Bugs, you're a girl today. He suddenly has a dress on. Perfect for the scene. Done. Stop my clock.
Stop my clock.
All right, Mark, 15-second rebuttal.
I would say that Bugs Bunny actually is someone who is a spotlight hog, which may be worse than a corrector that you so wrongfully accuse Foghorn Leghorn of being. Bugs Bunny, I will say, probably can't play the role of supporting, which he's never done before. And that's an important part of improv.
Do I get a rebuttal?
Yes, you get a 15-second rebuttal, yeah.
I say, Mark, I'm used to playing with someone who's a spotlight hog. I played with you for years. So in asking the question, who would be my best improv partner, would be Bugs Bunny because I know how to support such a player as I supported you for many years, sir.
Okay. All right, TK, how you feeling about this one?
Okay, I thought that in terms of opening statements, Josh absolutely wiped the floor with Mark's opening statement.
Well,
however, I like the rebuttal on Mark's end was perfect because as soon as Josh picked Bugs Bunny, all I could think of was that he was a spotlight hawk and that he'd just kind of take over the scene. And then basically Josh just kind of used his rebuttal to do a funny Foghorn Leghorn voice and kind of talk some shit. So there wasn't really much substance there to that rebuttal.
If
so
you have any show with me and Mark, that would be a rebuttal.
Okay, well, because of that, because I feel like the rebuttal is a lot better on Mark's end, and he was kind of stating what I was thinking with Bugs. I'm going to give it to Mark, but it was close.
Okay, Mark gets the point. All right.
Wait, Mark gets the point. We're not going to vote.
No, it's a speed round. It's a little crazy. We'll kind of call the point unless I have to do a 3-prong system.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, here's the thing: like, if it requires prior context, it's not really that good of a point.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay. So next one.
That was a great note, Jacob. Know your audience.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, next one. Okay, I'm going to take the reins on this one. So, guys, this is not one you're going to be able to call out the answers. This isn't a quick draw, as it were. This is we're going to do a wheel question. What we call a wheel question. Do you get both the wheel? All right. So to celebrate that up and coming lad, Tad from Tad Roast Movies. The task at hand is to cast a Looney Tune as a character from The Wizard of Oz using the wheel. Now, here's what's going to happen, guys. There's a bunch of Looney Tunes on that wheel. We're going to spin it, and we're going to start with Mark because he got the point the last round. So, Mark, you're going to be assigned a Looney Tune. You're going to cast it as a character from The Wizard of Oz, and then we're going to go to Josh to do the same thing. We're going to spin it for Josh. You guys understand?
So would they play one of the established characters in Wizard of Oz?
Yes, they're going to play as if like you're watching The Wizard of Oz for the first time. One thing amiss is a Looney Tune playing that character, but the rest of it,
And you guys are stuck with the character that you land on.
Yes, no do-overs, no second spins, as it were.
Okay.
This isn't Wheel of Fox.
Oh God! Oh, Wheel of Fox. Oh, that was kind of a train wreck. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's a story for another time. Anyway, let's spin it for Mark. Let's see what Mark's going to get.
Turn.
Wheel of morality. Turn.
You know, the most racially ambiguous of the
All right, Mark, who do you think Speedy Gonzalez is going to play?
Speedy Gonzalez, I think, would have been a much funnier and better replacement for Toto. How much more funny would that movie have been if Speedy Gonzalez was just like, screw the old road, let's take this one, just like totally goes.
Wait.
Okay, we
wait.
got it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yes, all right.
It's all good.
Okay, let's spin it. Let's spin the wheel for Josh. Let's see what Josh is going to get here.
Bugs Bunny. Yet again.
Oh my God, it's fate. It's fate tonight, isn't it? All right, Josh, who's Bugs playing in all this?
Well, when you're casting the main character. No, this is a really difficult one because, again, versatile. Who can you play? Let me think for a second here. And also, I don't normally roast The Wizard of Oz, so I don't know that movie. As the guy who has a whole channel dedicated to it.
Well, they said at Tad Roast Movies, guys, he's really coming up in the world. I thought we should talk about it. That's all.
I appreciate that, guys.
Tad and who's the Lisp character on Looney Tunes have a lot in common.
Lisp character?
There's Lisp characters on. Oh, Daffy. Okay, so Bugs should play. Honestly, Bugs should play the Scarecrow because
Scarecrow.
Yeah, he would be too distracting as Dorothy, and I feel like he would be a funnier Scarecrow, but could still be the person to give those moments when he needs to be like, "Come on, Dorothy, what are you doing here, Doc?" Yeah,
okay.
Bugs Scarecrow.
Can
Awesome.
I just say I would totally approve of like an all cross-dressing Bugs Bunny as Dorothy.
I could buy it, honestly. I really could.
I'd also like to see Bugs Bunny as the Wicked Witch in a way.
Yeah. But I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
I don't think
we're in Albuquerque.
I don't think we're in Albuquerque anymore.
All right.
Right.
Okay. Mark, time starts when you start talking.
So I loved Speedy Gonzalez growing up, and I think that because of his speed and determination, Dorothy would have been able to get home to Kansas way sooner. He definitely would have been like, why don't you just click the heels on those nice shoes? And she would have clicked everything, and they would have been out. I mean, the movie probably would have been about 5 minutes long, but I think Speedy would have added quick banter. Toto, nonverbal. He was cute, but he didn't speak. So Speedy would already add his humor, and I just think all around he'd make it way better.
All right, Josh, when the timer starts when you start speaking.
Great. Okay, Bugs Bunny, Scarecrow. It should happen. Bugs could play anybody, but specifically why he would be great at playing the Scarecrow is just can you imagine the scene where Dorothy is discovering him and scaring off all the Scrows and getting him down and him kind of like tilting over and singing "Oh, If I Only Had a Brain," but doing so much bug shtick within it, like going under holes and coming back out, going all the way. If I only had a carrot is what he'd be singing, and it would be a much better wizard. Oh.
Right, Mark. 15-second rebuttal.
See, my concern if Bugs steps in and he's the scarecrow, we all know how bunnies work, and I know bunnies, they oftentimes are in hay and straw. Would we just be seeing a bunch of Bugs Bunny milk duds all in those things? He'd probably be pooping himself constantly.
My last name is legally and genuinely Gonzalez, and I take offense to the impression Mark did of Speedy Gonzalez in his round. I think you should dock a point and a future point from him. This just goes back to the chickadee check this out. I'm done.
You know, he jokes about that future point thing, Mark. I'm just going to warn you, anything can happen during this.
Dragon works in mysterious ways.
That I do. Speaking of which, Jacob, how are you feeling about this round? You may call this round, in fact. So, how do you feel?
This is quite interesting. I mean, in all fairness, though, Mark actually did make more points, and all Josh did at the final round was like basically say like, I'm offended by that, and you should take a point away from him. Without really defending his.
I'm just trying to use the argument that's used in 2020 all the time, bro.
and believe it or not, a lot of Mexicans actually do like Speedy Gonzalez. So there's that.
Well, I am Mexican, and I did like Speedy Gonzalez.
So there you go. So my point will go with Mark.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, I think we're going to go to, point goes to Mark, so it's tied up right now. It's 2-2.
Should I say gracias, amigo?
Ándale.
There's a bueno nacho time when you need one. Okay, so let's go to a fan question. Let's go to our audience here. Let's go to old Claudia here. Let's go to Claude Karinga. Tiki, you pick the Claude question.
Okay, I am going to go with a spicy one. Let's turn up the spice.
Spicy.
Spicy boy.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you guys can come up with one off the top of your head, so let me know if you're struggling to come up with an answer for this one. But what is the most controversial Looney Tunes cartoon or short?
The one where Bugs Bunny does blackface.
God.
Can you think of one, Mark?
Weren't there? I remember multiple ones on this.
That's what I was gonna say. There's probably, you know what? Let's nix this question.
What's funny is that's actually one of the considered speed round questions we came up with.
I like how quickly it disappeared.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Tiki, let's pick a winner.
Yeah, Mark.
Like seconds after Josh goes, Bugs Bunny does blackface. They're like, you know what? This was a bad idea.
Technically, have you seen some of the other Censored 11 stuff? You could easily mine a lot of stuff out of those.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with this one. What Looney Tunes character should get an adult animated series?
Is this pretty much like which one would be the most fun to hear swear?
No, I mean not necessarily. It's just kind of like, which one would be like swearing is one thing, but like which one which one would be the most fun to see kind of like outside the bars of children's comedy to see them really kind of spread their wings beyond that.
Honestly, I would say Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
Really?
That is my answer. Mark?
Okay.
Huh.
Technically, Looney Tunes were never intended for children to begin with.
I know, Jacob. Thanks for pointing that out.
I'd say I'd like to see how the Tasmanian Devil would do in his own adult animated series.
All right. Okay.
One clarification, Dragon. Would this go against one of the questions that we came up with?
Yeah, we're not going to use that one from later. So we're going to use this. We're going to give Claudia the glory. Speaking of which, Claudia, you're in the comments still. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Claudia, you're going to call this round, okay? So listen up, and you get to pick who the winner is. Okay.
All right, Josh.
It's in his hands, boys.
since you called first, Josh, you get to go first whenever you're ready.
Great. So the best thing about Wile E. Coyote is that his only motivation is, I want to kill you. And what better place to put that than in an adult animated series? We've seen ad nauseum as many gags as they can come up with that are, it's violence, it's murder, but it's still child friendly. So let's see the next evolution in this arc. I want to see blood, guts all over the road in the desert.
God. All right, Mark.
I think the Tasmanian Devil would be a very unique choice on a character that deserves more exposure. I also think this would be Hollywood's opportunity to have not only an animated adult character from the Looney Tunes, but one whose language we don't even understand. So you could subtitle him, therefore declaring it a foreign adult animated series. How progressive would that be? We saw how much Parasite took off, but if you could subtitle blah, 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 with whatever you wanted, now that's something that would be truly unique.
All right, 15 seconds, Josh.
I don't know what this obsession Mark has with characters that don't speak is, but it's really starting to get old, and his explanations for why he's picking them are getting even worse. Taz is a great character. There's nothing else you need to do with him. There is plenty of ways to go more violent with Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. There's my rebuttal.
All right. Mark, 15 seconds.
Josh simply just wants Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. Who wouldn't? He wants more of them, therefore solidifying my past argument. And his only addition would probably be more blood. That's really not enough for me, whereas Taz is something that we haven't seen before, and he does speak, we just don't understand him.
Fine.
Okay. Right.
Anyone else?
So
Does
again,
anyone,
Can we strike that last sentence? That went overtime.
does anyone else remember Tasmania?
Yes, that was great.
Yeah,
I have
I
the game
remember
on
that.
Super Nintendo.
Oh my God, Josh! I have the same game. Oh dear Lord! Oh, that game. All right, so Claude, if you're in the comments, then by all means, please tell us who you think won.
we're gonna give him about a minute or two. In the meantime, maybe some plugs.
Great. I actually would like it to do a plug. If anyone is listening as a Just Giggle It fan, you can check us out tomorrow morning. Myself, Alex Poncio, and possibly a couple others are going to be live reacting to the Xbox presentation. So yeah, if you want to see what Alex has to say, and even though I don't know as much about Xbox and Microsoft, my chime-ins will be on live tomorrow morning.
How early is this?
I think it's starting at 9 a.m. Pacific, honestly. It's an early one. So
Son of a bitch, that's when I go to work.
I know. I'm sorry, brother. Yeah. I don't want to wake up, but I was also like, I'd rather do it live, because if it's not live, I'm going to get bored and want to skip ahead. So.
Well, I would be there, except, I've got the job to go to at 9 o'clock in the morning, so I apologize.
Totally fair. But aside from that, check out Just Giggle It. Search YouTube for Just Giggle It and watch our sketches, baby.
Okay. All right, Mark, any endeavors on your end?
So I've been definitely diving more into YouTube, and so every
nice.
Tuesday and Thursday there is new Tad videos that come up on Tad Roast Movies. Right now we got 40 subscribers. I want to get Tad to 100. Let's make it happen. It's really fun. The whole concept is Tad roasts movies that aren't Wizard of Oz. So I have an Instagram, which is Tad Roast Movies, and I have fought so many people that don't understand the concept of Tad Roast Movies in the comment section, and I fight them in character. A lot of Return to Oz fans out there that I didn't know about, and they were pretty upset about me roasting them. And every Wednesday, I've been uploading a new video onto my Mark Sipka YouTube channel. So if you'd like to check those out, just type me in and I'll be there. And then, so it's just at Mark Sipka on pretty much all social media. And yeah, the special is still up on Amazon Prime if you guys want to watch it. Mark Sipka, my special family special. where I roasted my whole family with them on stage.
It's great. Okay, we have a vote. We have an answer. Mark, it's the point. It's 3-2.
Oh, thank you very
And
much.
just I'm glad Piper's watching. I just want to get that out there. I'm glad Piper's watching. Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Jacob, pick a question. Any question?
Like anyone in particular?
Oh, just to update, guys, the score's now 3-2. So Mark catching up.
Hey, Dragon, is there anyone like using keywords? Is there any particular one you really want me to go with?
Oh, let's go with the a lot of Space Jam love. Let's go with the Space Jam related question.
Okay, all right. I think I know what you're going for. Wait, all right. Unless Space Jam and Looney Tunes back in action, which celebrity do you center a Looney Tune movie around next?
Not LeBron James, because he's already going to have his shot.
Ooh,
Jim
this
Carrey.
is a difficult one.
Okay, Mark says Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Have you read his book yet?
No, not yet. I really want
I'm
to.
going to get the audio
I'm
book.
hearing so many conflicting things about that book, man. Like, I want to read it too, but I'm also like, I've heard some like bad reviews and I've heard some good reviews. So, let me see here. Okay, so best person to be in a Looney Tunes movie next, meaning now. It would be made now, right? So, okay, great. So Jim Carrey's the wrong answer. Okay, let me see here. I'm trying to think realistic, but I'm going to go with what I think I could defend the best in this debate, and I have to say Nicolas Cage.
Ooh.
You're going with the cage. And it's a cage match, folks.
My personal vote when we came up with this question was Dwayne Johnson.
Join the debate, bro. Let's go, Jacob. Jump in the ring.
Hey, I'm just judging here.
He ate before the match. You can't do it. You gotta wait half an hour.
All right. Mark, you talked first, so whenever you're ready.
Ever since we saw Jim Carrey's magic rubber-like ability in The Mask, we knew this dude was the human cartoon. I don't know any other person who, with their own natural acting abilities and physicality and impressions, can embody a cartoon more. Like, he would fit in so well with the Looney Tunes. It would be hilarious to see him square off with Bugs, Daffy, Wiley, Roadrunner, the whole gang. He is the most versatile actor that we've seen, and he'd be absolutely hilarious.
All right, Josh.
The Looney Tunes had to go to Earth to get Michael Jordan, but picture Nicolas Cage going to the Looney Tunes. Bugs, Daffy, I need your help. The world needs the Looney Tunes and the Cage to team up for an epic movie of gigantic proportions. We'll save the world. I'll save a girl. We'll have an epic moment where my arm freaking stretches. It'll be the best damn movie you've ever seen. Tell me you don't want to see it.
Oh, boy. All right, Mark, 15 seconds.
So, when we're really comparing Nicolas Cage and Jim Carrey, I would just love to know how many movies Nicolas Cage has come out with that people can say are some of their favorites that they've ever seen compared with Jim Carrey. Nicolas Cage needs this movie because his career is in the
Time.
Family Man, Wicker Man.
All right, Josh, hold on.
The wrong name.
Let me start the timer.
Family
All right,
Man, Wicker Man, Ghost Rider 2, Con Air. Nicolas Cage has a multitude of hits. Are you crazy? And also, we're talking now. Jim Carrey is not a funny, cool, like, he's making kidding right now. He's in that world, bro. He's not going to be with the Looney Tunes anytime soon.
He's also good in Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's true.
He was great in Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, so he already has experience with animated characters.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this another 15 seconds, Mark? I didn't know the third round started.
All right. Okay, here's what I'm leaning towards it here. Well, Josh's Nick Cage impression is sublime. Fantastic. I think Mark he honestly had some better points. I mean, he had me instantly with the whole human cartoon point. Like, yeah, I mean, I love the mask, but going beyond that, it's like, yeah, he is a human cartoon. I didn't even think of that because I'm so swept up in the kidding Jim Carrey right now. It's like, yeah,
exactly.
But you know what? Like, legitimately, Sonic the Hedgehog is a great return to form for like that era of Jim Carrey. So
certainly. And again, as stated, again, him with cartoon.
all right. Well, apparently this is going to be a 2-hour debate because now we're tied.
Yes.
All right. What's next?
Do.
Dragon, what do you think we should do next?
Right. Yes. Next would be. Let's see. Okay. In the spirit of the Amblin debates and the Tiny Toons from last month with our last debates.
I didn't hear it, but I'm just curious. What was the Amblin debate? What was better, An American Tail or Five Goes West? What was the question on that one?
Want to run through that really quick, Dragon?
I'm just like, what was the main questions on an Amblin debate?
All right, the question. The first question was which was the best Amblin movie? Animated movie. We went with Land Before Time and Five Goes West.
I didn't even know that Land Before Time was Amblin. There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Basically, it's more Spielberg than necessarily Amblin, but
yeah. Okay. Cool.
No, it's still Amblin. I have a Land Before Time poster in my room, and I'm staring right at the Amblin logo.
I know. I'm just saying the debate was more for Spielberg.
Gotcha. So you included like Tiny Toons stuff in there, and
technically, the second question was like best Animaniacs segment.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And the third question was, what Spielberg movie do you next turn into a ride?
That's a good one. All right, cool. Yeah. I was just like,
Schindler's
what?
List. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. And you can make out during it like Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh God.
Deep cuts. All right.
All right. Also, just Tika, I want to make sure we have the points right here. It's actually Mark has 4, so if he wins this, he wins.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Tied up. That's the thing. So if Mark gets this next one, then he wins.
So you chose Mark over that. You chose Jim Carrey now in 2020 to make a Looney Tunes movie.
Looks that way, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure I understood that. Okay.
Yeah.
And technically, Dragon, you didn't finish the question yet.
Yeah, you didn't, Dragon. Josh got overly curious about the Amblin debates. So what's the question, Dragon?
Next question.
Anyway, okay, yes. The next question is, which, in the spirit of the Amblin debates, which Looney Tune would you want to teach and mentor you? Like the premise of Tiny Toons, like which Looney Tune do you want to be your mentor? Like which one do you pick to teach you, show you the ropes, as it were, to be, kind of be your best comedy selves, I suppose, in this setting.
This is again goes into like, I'm all prepped on Space Jam, but like I haven't watched actual Looney Tunes in forever, so it's very difficult to come up with like an answer I can get behind and defend. But I'll do my best and say Bugs Bunny.
I sense a theme.
Who would have? Yeah. Who would have guessed?
Wow.
Well, if it works, I mean,
Are they teaching us? They're teaching us how to be funny, or they're just teaching us? What are they teaching us?
Well, we're gonna go with they're teaching to be funny, like being,
kind of like how Tiny Toons worked.
Sure.
I think I'd like to learn from. Honestly, I think it'd be really funny to learn from Pepe Le Pew.
Okay.
You sexual deviant.
I don't even know. I mean, I know this isn't about just Tiny Toons, but I don't even know if he was a teacher in that show.
No, didn't he have like the female skunks too? That was
but Fifi was in there, but I don't know if he was ever shown teaching a class.
That is oddly suspect when you think about it. Anyway, okay, let's just
another side note, if anyone can remember, because my brain is farting. What is the squirrel's name in Animaniacs?
Slappy? Yeah, Slappy Squirrel.
All right, let's go.
Okay. I'd be ready.
And her grandson's name is Skippy.
Great. Oh yes. Okay, cool. So if I'm gonna learn comedy from anybody, I want to learn from the best. I want to learn from the head of the class. I want to learn from the mascot. I want to learn from Bugs Bunny. I don't want to learn from the person who doesn't get enough stage time. I want to learn how to be the man. And Bugs Bunny is the man. If you want to learn how to do what's great at Disney, are you going to pick anyone but Walt frickin' Disney to learn from? Anyone but frickin' Mickey Mouse to choose from as your mentor? No, Bugs is the Warner Brothers Mickey. Case in point.
All right. Sipka.
Well, I'm choosing Pepe Le Pew. Sure, he doesn't get used that much, but I think he has a very funny, unique approach to each one of his scenes that he's in. I love that he is aggressively pursuing romance, even though he has a nasty odor about him. He has confidence, even though he smells. He's not getting in the way of the comedy because he's pursuing the funny. He's pursuing love. And isn't that what we're all trying to do? Also, Mickey Mouse was like barely in anything.
I actually am going to switch it up, and I'm not going to argue against Mark and say I agree. I think you should learn comedy from Pepe Le Pew. That would make you a lot more subtle in your comedy. You wouldn't be so loud and all over the place with your characters. You could be a lot more focused and, driven towards, what is the joke? Oh, I smell, but I want love. There's the joke.
Loud and all over the place. Very interesting. Sounds a little bit like Bugs Bunny, who I believe you think is the best. Therefore, if I'm loud and all over the place, does that make me the best? Something smells. It smells like victory. And Pepe Le Pew.
Okay, I'm gonna rule this one. I'm gonna rule. I think. You know what? I'm gonna give the point to Josh.
Hello, dragon, my old friend. You've given me a point again.
Okay. Okay, so it's 3-4 right now. So Mark with 4, Josh with 3. Should we go to another audience question?
Yeah, I think so.
So wait, wouldn't it be 4-4?
Yes. No, it's 4-3. You've got 4. Josh has 3.
Oh, okay.
Wait, when did Josh lose a point?
No, I didn't actually tie. You mistook Dragon. He didn't vote for me. He voted for Mark.
Yeah.
On the last one.
Yeah, the last one, Mark got the point, so he's at 4 still.
So
and Josh
basically, Josh got 2 points during the main rounds. I think Mark lost a point during the coin, but gained all his points back during the speed rounds.
Gotcha.
I didn't know that. I wish I really knew how these speed rounds would have worked. I probably would have used that coin. I didn't know Mark had a chance to catch up. I thought I won.
All right, we are going to go with this one.
Right. What Looney Tunes character should get their own standalone movie or musical?
And don't anyone fucking say Bugs Bunny or Roadrunner.
Because technically they've already both had theirs.
Exactly. Thank you, Jacob.
You could have led with that instead of the assault. Don't you ever do that anyway. Sorry. Good.
Someone has to be the straight man here.
That's true.
I kind of want to pivot this question. What movie would I place a Looney Tune in? Because it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. Because this is very then we have to come up with what the musical is.
Do you want to do that?
Let me see.
I've got one.
Go, please, Mark. If your improv brain has come up with something, share it with all of us.
Oh yeah, my improv brain has. I would love to see a Marvin the Martian movie.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Josh. Your hands are kind of tied.
Well, If
And
that's
keep in mind, it doesn't have to be a musical. Just stick to the movie.
No. I love musicals. Let me see here.
Oh God.
Uh,
You got skin in the game. You got to stay in the game.
exactly. That's what I was thinking of, like a Hamilton Looney Tunes thing going on. But like, but who would it be about, right?
Do you guys know that there?
Wait. Yankee Doodle Bugs Butt Hamilton.
Oh God. Do you guys know that someone actually recorded the entire Hamilton soundtrack with Muppet voices?
I heard about
started
that,
listening to it, and as soon as it was just like, oh, it's just the Hamilton soundtrack with Muppet voice, like they didn't make it about Muppets. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like, I mean, I heard some of it, but I was like, I'm not gonna, and I'm stalling. I can't think of an answer. Let me see here. I will go with some. Let me see. I'm just gonna throw something out there, and I'll defend it. Porky Pig.
Porky Pig. Okay.
Porky it is.
At least nobody
There's a
said
classic character that hasn't made an appearance yet this debate.
There we go.
And technically the original Looney Tune.
Yeah, true.
Technically, the original Looney Tune was Bosco and then Beans.
All right, Mr. Semantics.
You're killing me here, man. Anyway.
Sounds like the wrong people are playing and the wrong people are judging.
Okay. All right, Mark.
Well, actually.
Oh God. All right, so Sipka, you had the first answer, so you go first.
Okay, so this is where I do my full explanation.
Yes.
So Marvin the Martian gets his own movie. Just picture him coming from Mars, and he lands here with the plans to destroy Earth, right? And he gets out here and he goes, "Oh wow, it actually looks like this place is destroying itself." And he goes, "Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom." And he realizes after a while, he goes, "I actually feel bad for Earth." He starts to make friends with other humans, and then he changes his whole way of thinking and ends up wanting to save this planet.
Lights up. Porky Pig center stage. It's time for the ballad of the Broadway show. And it starts. Bripe, 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 I love you. Bripe, 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 I love you. Bripe, 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 so much. Can you imagine a Porky Pig musical? It would be must see. Even if you hated it, you would have to see it.
Oh boy. All right, Mark, 15 seconds.
I would like to spend not too much time, but to point out that Porky Pig does not make the sound bripe, bripe, bripe. It is bari, bari, bari. That's all, folks. And I don't think anybody would want to suffer through a stuttering Porky Pig in a musical for an hour and a half.
I'm sorry, Mark, but I must point out that Porky Pig does his about anything, not just that's all, folks. That's a very one-track mind, one-track joke. You don't remember Looney Tunes. You're just remembering the end, an iconic thing. Mark, all you remember are the hits, bro. I'm sick of it.
All right,
No,
so Claude, this is
the noise. He doesn't say bripe, bripe.
All right.
He doesn't
Hey,
say
Claudia, it's
Spanish.
on you, buddy. Hey, Claudia, you get the. Basically, if Claude picks Mark, then he wins. Let's remember that. But if he picks Josh, the fight keeps going on.
Wow.
No pressure, Claude.
Yeah.
No pressure whatsoever, Claude.
I get Porky's musical would be called The Stuttering Soul.
There you go. See? He's already picturing it. That shows it's a good answer. We don't know what you're moving about, Mark.
I didn't say it'd be good. I just said that'd be its name.
I didn't say it'd be good either. I said you must see it.
I want to see Porky Pig try to do the rap from Guns and Ships now.
Guns, ships.
By the way, I meant to work this in earlier, but Josh, I love that 45 joke in the Last Dance parody.
Oh, dude, I have to tell you, thank you so much for watching that. I'm so glad you got everything. That was amazing. And now it's on Netflix.
Yeah, well, you
I want to
recommended
rewatch
it.
it.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, of course. Thank you. So I appreciate that 40. Yeah, that was a little deep cut joke, and I'm glad you got it.
All right,
Yeah.
Claude, we're waiting on your answer, buddy.
We'll give maybe another minute, then we'll have to divinely intervene. I guess.
For SHITs and Just Giggles, what would you guys say if you each were voting on this one? Oh, it doesn't even matter. Shut the fuck up, because I won.
Okay, so now Tiki, for posterity's sake, now it's tied up. Next
All right.
round is for all the marbles, folks.
Joshy boy, can I just point out that this is sort of working out like a round in Mario Kart? Whenever I'm in first place, the person who's in last gets lightning and then shocks everybody and runs over and flattens them. They're just doing this to make the game a little more interesting. But buddy, that's not how it's going to happen. I'm walking out victorious. They're just trying to make it close, buddy boy.
Mark, you realize I led you 2-0 for like the first half of this thing, right?
And then I came back and was mopping the floor with you.
Yeah, you came back like Rudy. All right, next round.
Okay, Jacob, where are you leaning?
You guys
here?
got to
wanna-
make it a really good question, guys.
I know that's the
Good
thing,
question, end this
Jacob.
out.
I'm gonna let you pick the really good question from the ones that we have left. It's all you, buddy. You pick the best question you think is the most appropriate. That essentially it's for all the marbles. What do you got?
I mean, where are you leaning towards this dragon? I mean, there's a couple of good ones.
Yes, there are. That's why I'm asking you.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I said, I'm looking for.
We have
keywords.
a question about bad
Dragon,
comedy.
here's my
Yes.
advice. Only collaborate on stuff you don't care about. If you know the answer, give it.
Okay. Speaking of I'll go with speaking of collaborations. I'll go with one that is a collaboration.
Whoa. Not my
It's like-
point, but go ahead.
All right. How fun?
It
Are you guys-
motivate. I'm not complaining. What do you got?
All right. What is the best cameo scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The Mickey Bugs parachute or the Daffy versus Donald piano scene?
Oh,
This is a quick draw, guys. Whoever says it first gets it first.
I don't remember either.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, we literally. Oh my god!
I've seen
What?
Roger Rabbit, and I know they both make an appearance, but I could not tell you
all right.
what either
Another
say.
question.
All right. Okay.
Okay, never mind. Okay, who would
Sipka,
be?
Jesus Christ, you've never seen Roger Rabbit?
I think my mom didn't want me to because there were like a woman with boobs in it.
No, yeah. Sipka's mom didn't want him to because she didn't want him
Mama
jacking off to
Sipka,
Jessica
no.
Rabbit.
Dude, you don't talk about my mom and say the J-O word.
I thought that would be like thematically connected to Space Jam, but all right, let's go with this. Which Looney Tune would make the best Star Wars bounty hunter?
Oh God.
Remember when I said know your audience, or you said that to me?
It's so hard because all the Looney Tunes that have guns are bad at using them.
Oh, so we're stormtroopers.
Right?
Except the
And I
Death
thought-
Squad. Those guys are actually good with their guns. That's if you see the anyway.
And I thought the Roger Rabbit question would be a good one.
Who would make the best bounty hunter?
Yes. Which Looney Tunes character make the best bounty hunter?
I'm going to say Yosemite Sam.
Okay.
Or if you guys are having trouble, I can switch to another one.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I'll go with Elmer Fudd. We'll just go Sam versus Fudd on this one.
Okay.
All
Right.
right.
Also, I'm just going to point out Yosemite Sam. This is going to dictate my question either way, but Yosemite Sam, my personal pick for the funniest Looney Tune.
Ooh, nice choice.
Just because I love the proportions of Sam. It just the look of him cracks me up.
Yeah. Sam.
Sam's my favorite Looney Tunes villain.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Did you? I mean, well, I guess we'll get into it. Yeah. Great. Sam was funny.
All right, guys. So, Sipka, you went first, so 30 seconds on the clock whenever you get started.
Okay, picture this. Yosemite Sam dressed up in a Boba Fett costume, but he still is wearing the hat. He's got the advantage because he's got two humongous revolvers. He's definitely going to be like the angriest that could come out there and start killing. And he could be like, I'm the meanest, roughest, toughest hombre that's ever crossed Tatooine. And then he just starts shooting into space and just drilling people, man. I don't know if he would kill the right people, but some people would die.
All right, Josh.
The only reason I want to see Elmer Fudd as a bounty hunter is to hear him say, "Hello, Chewie." Because I just think any interaction with like Fudd trying to stop Han and Chewie at any point would be just the best. Elmer, you got to tell Jabba I'll have the money by tomorrow. No. And it would just be hilarity the entire way through.
All right.
I'm glad I went with this question.
Sipka, 15 seconds.
See, as much as I like Elmer Fudd, I'm worried because he is a senior citizen and he doesn't have the Force on his side like Obi-Wan. And I'd be worried that he doesn't have enough bullets since he just uses the shotgun. So he'd only have 2 at a time, whereas Yosemite Sam has 2 revolvers.
So all of Mark's points are incorrect in that first round because if Yosemite Sam was wearing a hat, it would just fall off. Or if it was replacing his helmet, he couldn't breathe. Also, he wouldn't even need a jetpack because he'd just be shooting down, and going up in the air for a while. Ridiculous. Wrong answer, Mark.
Okay.
I propose that all 3 of us put in a vote for this last
Literally
one.
what I was about to say, but good that you said it, though. Okay.
Okay. I am going... Honestly, I think both of them are good answers in their own way. I feel like Yosemite Sam would be an effective bounty hunter, and I feel like Elmer Fudd would be a really funny, really pathetic bounty hunter. Oh, man. I am going just because I think there's a little bit more argument. I'm going to go with Sam. I'm going to go with Sipka.
Okay, Jacob.
No pressure or anything. All right. I guess I'm kind of might be speaking to personal bias here, though. I think it's actually in strength of argument and all the effectiveness. I think I'm actually going to go with Josh here.
No!
Jacob, my bestest friend.
Jacob is going to hurt you. He's going to break your heart.
Oh, God. All right.
So Tiggy has Mark. I have Josh.
This is like the end of Mighty Ducks 2.
Oh.
I know this kid. He's going to go triple deke, glove side.
As a dragon, the pressure's all on you.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay.
Knuckle puff
Let's see.
time.
All right, let me deconstruct it a little bit here. Okay, so basically, Mark's putting that Boba Fett in the hat. So there's that.
I would love,
That hurts a little bit.
in all honesty, I would love to see both of these.
I know they both have really fun ideas. I mean, Josh, he's winning major points with that. With the impression with all whoa, Chewie, that whole I mean, basically, Mark's arguing kind of like the lethal capabilities of Yosemite Sam, where Josh is arguing just the entertainment value of Elmer Fudd. That's where it's breaking down. That's why it's so hard.
It's like I really like the point though. Is like I don't know if you shoot the right person, but at least somebody would die.
He's right, but if you're a bounty hunter, here's the thing: say what you will about Elmer Fudd, but what we have going on here is Elmer Fudd. He's given a task, he carries it out, and again, whether success rate or not, he's going to do it. He is. He's always going to be straightforward. He's going to go up there, despite being a senior citizen, as Mark puts it. I got to tell you, I think it's by a thin margin, but you know what? Going Josh.
And the
Oh,
Well, Mark, looks like you got blue shelled.
My client lied about her age. She was only 17 when she got married. That makes your points irrelevant.
Mark, to continue the Mario Kart analogy, looks like you got blue shelled.
boo. Boo.
God,
Boo.
the
You
finish
chose-
line.
You chose Nicolas Cage, and you got conned, my friend. Con
Oh.
air.
Con Air.
Wow. Wow.
We were in a face-off, and let me tell you, he's no national treasure, my friend.
No, I think what just happened, Tad, is you got roasted, buddy. Okay?
To be fair, Claude did choose that one, not us.
Yeah, we need to go hunt this Claude guy down.
Claude Van Damn you.
Claude, you're dead to me. Never. Oh, wait, no, he voted for me. That was a great round.
Yeah.
But he also voted for Mark, so he split down the middle.
You might want to get the thing up.
Well, Mark, you know, I always bailed you out of improv scenes, and you always bailed me out. And today we got to see who didn't need the other. So,
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you can sort of say that you were the Yosemite Sam then, and I was, oh no, you were the Foghorn Leghorn, and I was the Bugs Bunny.
no. Bugs always comes out on top. I was Bugs today, Mark.
Oh, because earlier on you said that I was sort of a Bugs Bunny in that I was all over the place playing multiple characters, and Foghorn Leghorn was there to yes and ground you.
Oh, correct.
Well,
Yeah. Anyway, Mark, I think you were great. I thought this was so much fun, guys. By the way, just all jokes aside, great stuff.
Oh, I'm glad you had.
This was
Cheers.
a wonderful debate, guys. You guys really came in. Like, I knew you were going to bring the fight. I knew you guys were going to fight hard for this, but my God, I mean, just off the charts competitiveness here.
Because we're entertained because I think Josh and I's friendship is ruined.
Well, at least
I'm just gonna
like
read
Martin and
two of the
Lewis were
texts
talking
Mark
about it.
sent me during this podcast.
Oh, God.
One of which is a curse word I never heard you say in real life, Mark.
One should be a picture of a knife. It was just a knife.
Tad roast movies next. Just giggle it.
That's all, folks.
All right.
That's it.
Think of the other one, the other thing.
Oh, you want the that's all, folks?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, Mark. Since I won, can we both together say "baripe, baripe, baripe"? That's
No.
all, folks. You ready? On the count of three, Mark. Me and you. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.